Wario64 on X says Michael Bay and Sydney Sweeney are teaming up on an adaptation of the popular video game OutRun at Universal. Michael Bay attached to direct. So there is an OutRun movie being made, which on the surface, if I heard that, I'd be like, oh my God, Hollywood is completely out of ideas. Which, I mean, we all know that. But Sydney Sweeney's in it, so okay. This could be like an Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider style, attractive women in video game movie. I'm potentially on board. So a couple interesting things about this from what I could find on some brief research on SteamDB. I was checking to see the interest level on OutRun, like as a series. We have the OutRun 2006 game that came out on Steam in 2012, late 2012. And it has an all-time peak of 6 people, 24-hour peak of 1 person. So, sure. Okay. Deadline reports Michael Bay and Sydney Sweeney team on a movie adaptation of is it adaptation? I like to call it adaptation of OutRun video game at Universal. Here we go. Exclusive. With a Minecraft movie owning the box office over the past month and HBO's Last of Us returning with a bang, Universal is looking to add its own video game adaptation to the mix with the help of 2 big superstars. Oh, I thought they were talking about Sydney Sweeney's chest. They're including Michael Bay. Never mind. Sources tell Deadline that the studio is developing a feature adaptation of Sega's iconic arcade video game, OutRun, with Michael Bay attached to direct and Sydney Sweeney aboard to produce. Jayson Rothwell will pen the script. What kind of script could you even possibly come up with for OutRun? Like Thelma and Louise, I guess? Like what? It's literally just a game where you get in a car and race. Like at least Gran Turismo had like a real life story based on it, which by the way, that movie was actually pretty awesome. If you haven't seen it, Gran Turismo is a very good movie. Highly recommend checking it out. But that is like based on a real life story about Gran Turismo and how the game like came to be and the popularity behind it and the legitimacy of playing the game and stuff like that. It was awesome. It was awesome. OutRun, what even is the storyline for that? Do they even have like in the game? Do they even have like a storyline that scrolls at the beginning? I don't think they do. I think you just press start and you just start racing. I know, right? Fast and the Furious. Bay will also produce alongside partner Brad Fuller through their Platinum Dunes banner, which has a first look deal with the studio. The project is in development as of right now. Sweeney is only on board to produce. Wait, is she not acting in it? She's just producing it? She better damn well be in it. She should at least have a cameo where she's like doing the Cruising USA girl where she's waving the flag at the beginning with a bikini on with her boobs floating around and stuff where the cars start going. Like she should at least do that if she's producing it. At least show up and appear in the movie. Toru Nakahara, Sonic 1 through 3, Knuckles, Golden Axe, will also produce for Sega, and Shuji Utsumi, president of Sega Corp, will oversee the project on behalf of Sega. Plot details are vague at best. Sega's OutRun series is a franchise that originated from some of the most successful arcade games in the world during the 1980s. The game pioneered a new genre of driving games, spawned an electronic music subgenre aptly called OutRun. The unique combo made it a worldwide hit. Since then, numerous installments have been released, including home console versions, and it continues to be one of Sega's flagship franchises. I don't know if I'd rather Fast and the Furious style Outrun movie, or if I'd want the movie based on like the actual Outrun game and its rise to popularity in the arcades and stuff like that. I don't know which one would be more fun. Seeing as Michael Bay's attached, clearly it's going to be the Fast and the Furious style, I would imagine. But I would never sell short a game based on the premise of where it began in the arcade origins, like the origin story of the actual game. And the reason I say that is because when I heard there was a Tetris movie, I was like, holy crap, Hollywood is definitely out of ideas. This is the dumbest idea ever for a movie. Now, to be fair, it was right after the Emoji movie was coming out. And I was like, what, we're going to just have Tetris blocks walking around as the premise of this? But no, the Tetris movie was based on the origins of how Tetris came to be. And I believe it's an Apple TV Plus exclusive. At least it was when I watched it. And oh my God, the Tetris movie is easily top 5 video game movies I have ever seen of all time. Like, I've never actually listed them out. I've never really thought about it, but the Tetris movie was amazing. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but it was amazing. It was like, you could not have done it better. It was perfect. It was perfect. The Wizard is probably on my top 5 too, to be fair. The original Mario Brothers might be as well. So careful with trusting my movie judgment, guys. No, Double Dragon would definitely not be on there, though. While the industry is having a moment with video game adaptations, Universal is no stranger to adapting them into hit movies. Outrun is slated to follow the Super Mario Brothers movie and Five Nights at Freddy's, which grossed $1.4 billion and $290 million, respectively. I'm surprised Five Nights at Freddy's did not do better, to be honest. That's kind of wild. Sweeney may be one of the town's busier stars in front of the camera, but over the past year has become an active producer front as well. She recently produced and starred in her own neon horror pick, Immaculate, and is also a producer on the Christy Martin biopic, in which she also stars in. Bay, Fuller, Platinum Dunes have been busy. A Quiet Place Day One, great movie, by the way. I mean, the entire Quiet Place series is amazing. They also produced the thriller Drop. I've not seen that yet. Rothwell's recent credits include Polar and Arachnid. Bay is represented by Range Media Partners. Sweeney's represented by Paradigm and Stewart, Brooke, Hanson, Jacobson, Teller, Haberman, et al. Rothwell's, okay, this is all the people that, okay. So, yeah, that's a thing. So look out for Outrun the movie, produced by Sydney Sweeney, potentially sans Sydney Sweeney in the actual movie, which what a massive letdown that would be. People would be like, great, you're producing it. You're not in it. We literally don't care you're producing it. People care about you because of your attractiveness. Maybe you're a good producer. I don't want to try to knock that, but people care about you right now because of what you look like. And I guess you could act. I don't know. I never really look at Sydney Sweeney as like an actor per se. I mean, let's be honest here. Crazy Taxi movie would be amazing. I mean, I feel like you could come up with a pretty good premise. Crazy Taxi, the movie, could be something alongside like Speed, but the taxi cab needs to get so many fares in or something. I don't know. Get a bad enough bad guy to do it, and it might be interesting. Hath Not Seen says, just give us a Sydney Sweeney shower scene. Yeah, I mean, I think if you do that with Outrun, you got yourself a $100+ million hit, potentially $1 billion hit on your hands there, depending on if the movie's good or not. But yeah, that's a thing. And again, shout out to Mark Smith for the heads up on that. Appreciate you, bro. Mercenary for the 2 says, if it was a cannonball cross-country race movie, I could see that. Almost like a quasi Cannonball Run sequel type thing. Or didn't they already do a Cannonball Run 2? Maybe it'd be Cannonball Run 3. But yeah, I could see something like that for Outrun. Mark Smith for the 5 banger says, Michael Bay producing a Sydney Sweeney Outrun based movie in a red Ferrari. What could possibly go wrong? Well, the fact Sydney Sweeney is just a producer right now and not technically in the movie yet could be cause for some concern. I'm sure she'll be in it though, because what a swing and a miss that would be. Could you imagine if they're like Sydney Sweeney producing OutRun the movie, starring? It's like, wait, is Sydney Sweeney not in this?